Good morning, everybody. Merry Christmas. I hope you are having a wonderful time with your family. Today's video is going to be a knitting video, and I am going to go over some of the new yarn box that I got. I got a advent calendar that I opened, and I wanted to show everybody that. And then just some other whips that I have and some finished objects that I have. So if this is something that interests you, stick around. Okay, so before we get started, we also have a sponsor for today's video, and that is Three Tulips Yarn Company. So let's hear from our sponsor.
Three Tulips Yarn Company is an online yarn store where they dream up magical colorways in tiny individual batches so that your project will truly be unique. Amy, the owner, truly loves to make your one-of-a-kind colorways. She will work with you to get that perfect colorway you want for your project. Check out their website to see what they have.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do before we get started is I want to welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you coming by and watching my videos. I see I have a number of new subscribers, and I want to welcome you and thank you for subscribing to my channel. It warms my heart that you guys think that what I put out is something worthwhile and worth watching. I enjoy doing it, and I think I'm going to keep doing it. I just really enjoy putting these videos out and having people watch them and the feedback that I'm getting. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please consider doing so. It does benefit me by you subscribing to my channel. And the best and easiest way for you guys to support me is just to subscribe to my channel and share my videos with others. That is the easiest and best way for you guys to support me. So, okay, let's get started with our yarn box that we have. So I ended up getting the Three Tulips Yarn box, Snowflake box that she had put out. And this was the yarn that she put in it. She had an offer of we could either get daisy base, which is what I have, or fern base. Her daisy base is like a DK weight, and her fern base is her fingering weight. So this is the yarn that she ended up making. It is beautiful. It's silvery gray, white, blue. It's just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous skein of yarn. As soon as I'm done filming, I am going to cake it up and I am going to cast on my project that I want to do with this. Also, it came with a really cute stitch marker, a little snowflake stitch marker that has got a little bit of blue into it. So we ended up getting these with that. And she does have some of these still available. She only has the fern base that is still available, but I will put the link down in the description and right along the run on the video for her website that you can go over if you're interested in purchasing one of the yarn boxes that she has left. Now, you might not get all of these goodies that I'm showing you in the yarn box because some of these were just for pre-orders. She didn't order all of the extra goodies, so you might not get all of them, but I will show you what I got. So then I got the little stitch marker that I showed you. The next thing I got, again, we had the bubble company that is in our area. And the reason I love getting Three Tulips Yarn Box is because she uses local products from our region here in Pennsylvania. And she goes to smaller companies and has them make products for her yarn box. So I think that is really wonderful that she's trying to encourage other small businesses to be promoted with her small business. So I thought that was really, really nice. And that is one of the reasons why I love supporting her yarn box, because it's not just supporting her, it's supporting other small local businesses in our area. So that's just one of the reasons I really love supporting her yarn box. But we got the Bubble Company. And the Bubble Company did last time a lotion stick. Well, they did it again this time, and they gave us a lotion stick. And it is a vanilla mint lotion stick. These lotion sticks she makes especially for us, for the yarn box, because the scent is just mild. And that way you don't have, when you're knitting, it doesn't come off onto your yarn and all of your yarns smell like lotion or whatever you're using. Some people might be really sensitive to scents that they can't handle all of that, and if it's stuck in the yarn, then it goes to the next person, and it's just not, you don't want it, and it's not greasy on your hands is the other thing that I really like these or the lotion sticks. And then she also did a lip balm in the vanilla mint and also some lip scrub in the vanilla mint. And both of these are really wonderful. The lip scrub is nice. It's nice and creamy that goes on. It's granulated, but it's not, it doesn't feel like big pieces of sand that you're putting on your lips when you're trying to, the lip scrub to put on. It's just really nice and smooth, and so is the chapstick that she has, the lip balm, lip butter she calls it. But there again, it's really nice and smooth. It goes on really nice. So these are three of the products that we got with our yarn box, and that is from the Erie Bubble Company. And again, I will put her information on the screen here, and then I'll also link it in the description below. Again, we also used, she used Lake Erie Variety. It is a local brick and mortar store by us. They have, he just has a website and he's on Facebook. You can message him for different things, but he's local. I believe he does ship stuff out, but he is local to us. So that is their, his website and information. And again, I will put his email information below that you can follow him and do that. And she ended up getting, he did little tiny stitch markers, and they've got a metal hook on them, and they have snowflakes on them. So we got 3 of these. So they were really cute to be able to get, oops, if I can get it, 3 of these little stitch markers, little wood stitch markers for putting in our projects. So that was really cute. So that was what we got from Lake Erie Variety. Then she had a new person that she ended up using, and this lady works with polymer clay, and her business is inthisplacedesigns. So here is her card, and I will put her information on the screen and also link it in the description below for contacting her. She does some wonderful, cute little projects. I had seen her at a couple of the craft shows that I had gone to, and she really, her stuff is beautiful. It's just, it's amazing that somebody can do that. Just, I love it. I mean, it's beautiful of what she's able to do. Everybody has their talent, and that is definitely one of hers. But she ended up making snowflake buttons, and she made each button different. This is the one that I got in mine. So they're little heart-shaped snowflake buttons in the blue that will go really well with the material. So I have picked out a cowl that I want to do with the 2 buttons so that I can do that. So that is what I'm going to cast on. But this is what we got from our Three Tulips snowflake yarn box, which was wonderful. I really do like the yarn. It's gorgeous. And all of the little goodies, I love getting the little goodies. It just makes everything worthwhile of getting. But these, I think, were kind of my favorite. They were very cute, just adorable little buttons, and I absolutely love them. So, like I said, I will put all of the links of these people's information in the description below. So if you are interested in purchasing anything from any of these companies, you can contact them, go to their website, and purchase them. And again, if you are looking at getting the snowflake box, she still has some available. You can jump over to her website, and I will put that on the screen as well. Jump over to her website and purchase the yarn box yarn. It's a gorgeous blue, silvery color. It looks like fresh snow that you would get in our area. So please, if you're interested in getting this yarn, stop over. She still has some available, and you can get this, and you can make yourself a really happy person for an after Christmas surprise for yourself. Okay, so now the next thing I got was a stitch marker advent, and I ended up getting it from ThreebytheSeaDesigns. I hope you guys can see that. I hope it's in the screen that you guys are able to see her information here. ThreebytheSeaDesigns. When I was looking at advents in our knit group that we have, everybody was talking about, oh, did you see the advent that's out? Did you see the advent? And I thought, I really would like to try one of those. I've never done an advent calendar. And I thought, oh, I might want to do that. So I looked around and I found one. And when I got this one, I thought I was just getting a mini skein set for 12 days. And no big skein, but just 12 mini skeins. That's what I thought I was getting. I didn't read it real well. I was just like, oh, this one's in my price range. I'll grab this one. It happened to be that it was a stitch marker one. I was a little disappointed in the beginning because I really was hoping to have some yarn. But then I was like, you know what? I think the stitch marker one is going to be a good thing for me for my first advent. And you know, it was wonderful. When I opened up the package, this was the first thing that I had, a nice big clip on it, and then this cute little star type ornament, a stitch marker, and it's got the lobster clasp on the top of it where I can take it off and use it as a stitch marker, or I can keep it on and like a zipper pull or something, you know, whatever I wanted to do with it. But this was just sitting in, so this was just an extra that they gave me on top of my 12 days that I had. So this was really cute. I thought that was a really cute little stitch marker to start out my thing with. So when I saw that, I got really excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna love this because there's just so many things to do. Now, I have no idea what order these are in because they've been moved around multiple times, so I'm not sure that they're in the correct order anymore from the way I started with them, but I will show you what I have, and I'll do a couple at a time so that it doesn't take all day to go through them. But these were the stitch markers that I was getting. Every day it was really nice. Every morning I would get up, get my coffee, and then while I was having my coffee, I would open my stitch marker for the day. And with our yarn group that we have, our knit group, we opened up a thread inside Instagram, and we had a yarn, because there was 3 of us that had gotten advents, and we shared our advents with each other for the week, you know, for the 12 days. Mine ended in 12 days. Theirs is still going. And so then we got these little two ones here. They were really cute. And I got another kind of a little star type thing, and then a guardian angel. And then this one's like a snowflake cross type thing. It's really pretty. They're all really pretty. We were able to pick the clasp we wanted, and I got the lever back clasp. And then this one is a reindeer and then jingle bells, and I think those are so cute. I'm going to use these ones when I cast on my snowflake cowl. And I've got actually socks that I'm going to cast on as well for New Year's, so I'll be using these stitch markers for that. And then these two are really pretty. The silver, it's a purple, and then the other one is just looks like diamonds, although I know it's not. You know, a little diamond clear leaf. And then the last one that I got was a little pink flower that was really cute. But ThreebytheSeaDesigns did a wonderful job with this stitch marker. And one of the days I got a stitch marker, and I also got these cute little scissors. And of course, each day there might have been a tea bag or a piece of candy or something in with my stitch marker. But one day this is what I got, and these are the cutest little scissors. And they're heavy. They're not a cheap little scissor. They were a nice quality scissor. I was so surprised. I was so thrilled. I'm like, oh my God, I got scissors. These were just so cute. I loved them. So that was my 12 days of 3ByTheSeas stitch markers. And I love them. I think they were just gorgeous. And it was just something, it was fun to be able to open them up each day and look at them and then show them on our thread that we had inside Instagram to be able to share what we had. I actually did get another advent, which I'm opening now. It started today, and it's just a 5-day winter solstice advent. So I have that I'm opening. So next week when my video comes out, I will show you what I got into that one. And that one is actually a yarn one. So I'm really excited about that. But these are the two new fun things that I got. Was my yarn box from Three Tulips Yarn Company, the Snowflake box, and then I got my stitch marker advent from ThreebytheSeaDesigns, which both were phenomenal. I am thrilled with both of them. Okay, so let's talk about my finished objects, my finished projects that I have. Last vlog that I did, I was working on my bandana cowl, and I got it finished. Not happy with how much they made me decrease at the top. It's really hard to get over my head, so I might take it back to where I started the decreases and just not decrease so many. And I might just pull it out. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But that yarn was yarn by Yarn Lovely Lady by Lisa. Yarn Lovingly Lady by Lisa. And this was her American Robin. And also, what was this one here? This was Peace, and it's the green color. So these are the two yarns that I used. But I'm probably going to, I have plenty of yarn left here to make something else with. But that was what I used for that. And I mean, it turned out, and I blocked it and everything, and I like it. I like the style of it. But I'm not thrilled. It's really tight to get on over the head. So like I said, I'm either going to take it all out and just redo the whole thing, and maybe on a smaller needle, just so that I don't know. We're gonna see. Although I do know it's coming out and I'm doing something with it, because I'm just not real happy with the way the top of it turned out. But I do love the two colors together with the orange and the green mix, the way it variegated through in spots. So I was really thrilled with that. So that was the first thing that I had on needles. The second thing I had on needles were my fingerless mittens. And this was the rest of the yarn that I had from my cowl that I had made. And I wanted them longer so that they went past my fingers, and then I could fold it back if I wanted to. They're a little on the tight side. I probably won't be folding them back. I'll just be pushing my fingers through when I need to use them. But I love them. I mean, they're nice and warm, double thickness. But I was able to get these finished. This is just a pattern in Rivalry, and I will link the patterns for both of these in the description so that you guys can have them. They are both free patterns, so I will put the links there so that, you know, if anybody wants to download them, you can go to Rivalry and you can actually download them with the links. But these were my fingerless mittens that I had made to match my cowl and my winter coat and my hat and the whole 9 yards. The other thing that I did, and I had this done a little bit before we did the last vlog, but I just didn't get to show it, and that was I had made a Ascot out of hunting orange for my husband for hunting, and I did this, and this is just worst weight yarn that I got at Walmart because I needed it to be orange. I needed the bright blaze orange that they had, and a lot of people don't dye blaze orange. They just it's not a color they like to dye. So I just went and got a cheap skein of yarn at Walmart, but I was able to do this Ascot for him for hunting. So that was the 3 things that I had actually finished from last time. The 2 I had on needles. This one was actually off needles and I totally forgot about it, but those were the 3 things that I had finished. So the next things are finished objects that I cast on and got casted off since last time. So, and I will be able to show these because the video will air after they've already been given away because they are Christmas presents. So the first one that I have is I did another bandana cowl, and I just used some worst weight yarn that I had here to be able to do a cowl, a nice thick heavy one. And it was just 2 colors of green, and then I finished it with the solid color of green at the top. It turned out really nice. I'm really pleased with the way it turned out. After I've done this one, I realized that mine was really, really long at the top, so that's probably why I'm gonna take it out. These ones I didn't decrease like it said. I just left it big because it just didn't seem like it was too tight to go over the head. You don't want it real tight going over the head. I don't. If it's too tight getting on enough, you're not going to wear it. So that's why I didn't decrease on these ones. So I just left it to the length, the size that I had, the number of stitches when I got done with my back and forth there on that part. So that was number 1 of the ones that I cast on and cast off. And then of course here's another one. I did another cowl, bandana cowl, and got this one done. This is like a mint green, mint blue, and pink. And there again, it was just doing it. It's, you know, cast on what it says on a size 10 needle, and started knitting. And I did 2 skeins of worst weight yarn to get in a nice thick heavy duty cowl. And then the third one is 2 colors of purple, a light purple and a medium purple, to do this. And again, the same bandana cowl. They're not blocked or anything. I have not washed them, so I have to get those done before I can give them away as gifts. Otherwise, they need to do it themselves, and they probably won't. So those are all of my finished objects that I have. Let's talk about our whips. So the only whip that I really have is the sock pattern that I am designing for a pair of socks, and I kind of put it aside and have not really worked on it in quite some time. And as you can see, it's in knots, so I've got to really start to unravel everything here to get this going. But I need to get these off the needles and start doing it. But I have my cuff and my leg and my heel turned and done, and I'm starting to work on the gusset. So I just need to go through and get this finished, and that way I will have these done, and then see how they fit, and maybe do another test pattern, and then possibly get it to some testers to see if I have a couple of people who might want to test a sock, a pattern that I have. I have to get it all written up and everything, so that's just, we'll see when I get that done, but maybe get it off the needles and try to see if it's the way I want it to look. So that's really the only finished, or the only whip that I have, is these socks on needles. I am going to have, after this video, I'm going to have 2 or 3 more whips. I'm going to actually cast on a pair of socks with my Apple Harvest yarn that I got from Three Tulips Yarn Company for on Christmas Eve to do socks for Christmas socks. And then I'm also going to take the winter Snowflake box yarn that I got and cast on a cowl. So those are the 2 things that I am going to cast on. I already actually have my yarn from my Apple Harvest box caked up, ready to go. I'm going to do a blue and an orange. I'm going to alternate. I was going to do 2 little balls and do it. I think I'm going to start out with 1 orange cuff, 1 blue cuff, do my sock. Whatever I did for orange, if I had an orange cuff, I'm going to do a blue heel, vice versa, and then have the orange toe and the blue toe. And they'll be kind of similar socks, but not. So that's where I'm at going with my socks at this point in time. But that's the yarn that I'm using, and I'm getting all ready for casting that on the 24th. A couple of us in our knit group are into casting on socks for New Year's, and some of them are in a swap where they got yarn from somebody else and to cast on a pair of socks to give to somebody. So that's what we're doing for that. So the cowl that I'm going to do with my yarn for my Snowflake yarn is this cowl right here with and it has 2 buttons on it. So I think that's going to be really cute to be able to add my 2 buttons up here on the side for that. So I'm really anxious to do that cowl and to do that. My sock pattern is just going to probably be like a vanilla sock shorty pattern. I don't know, maybe I'll do something different. I don't know. I really haven't thought about it. They're just going to be for me. They're not going to be for anybody else. So we'll see what I want to cast on. I might get creative and do another pattern. I might just stick with a generic vanilla sock pattern, but we'll see. The last thing that I have been up to is I'm going to show you some of the new bags that I have inside my shop for Tammy's Homesteading crafts for the bags that I make. So the new bags that I have, I've designed. One is a drawstring bag that I have. It is just a little small sock set bag that has got drawstrings on it so that you can just zip it up. It has the stitch marker ring on the inside, and then of course it has my velvet tag on the outside, my suede tag on the outside. So this is one of the bags that I have designed where I put ties, if I drawstrings, I guess is the word I'm trying to say, just drawstrings on them to be able to just cinch it down. The next bag that I designed, it's my medium bag, and it actually is, I did it with snaps, but I have removable handles. So I do different color snaps so that the handles and the snaps for the handles match, and then you have your snaps in a different color. But the handles come off so that if you're working on something, you don't have the handles getting in your way, and you can just remove them and then put them back on later. That way you're able to carry it with the handles, and then if you needed to remove them, you could remove them or add them back on. So this is my medium, or no, sorry, this is my large bag that I have, and of course it has the stitch marker holder on the inside, a removable wristlet on the outside with a ring that you could actually put stitch markers to also, but then you've got your snaps all the way around. And this is my one of my Harry Potter ones that I have, and then of course my velvety tag. So these are the 2 new bags that I have in my shop. Getting them designed and getting them in the shop is what I've been working on lately. Also for Christmas, I did a couple of more bags. I mean, these are finished projects, but they're not knitting projects. But I did a little purple cosmic drawstring bag as a Christmas present for somebody. And then, of course, I put the stitch marker ring on the inside and then the tag on the outside. And then they're just a nice wide bottom down in there. These ones have like a 4-inch bottom. My large ones have like a 6-inch bottom. And then I did a Eeyore large bag with snaps again and removable handles. And of course I did, as you can see, 2 colors, purple and then the blue, so you know the handle goes to the blue. They snap off. So those were where we're at there. And a nice big wide bottom on them. And inside. And of course, stitch marker And see, I have actually a stitch marker hanging on it. Usually when I give my bags away, I put a stitch marker in them. So it's got a stitch marker in it. And so that is one of my new large tote bags that have snaps with removable handles. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like seeing the finished projects that I did. I will link my website down in the description, and of course I'll have it running across the bottom of the screen. If you are interested in purchasing any of the bags, please jump over to my website and look at what I have. I'm putting new bags on there, usually weekly, sometimes daily. It really depends on how often I get into the sewing room. But please check out, if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, maybe you should if you want to know the updates of the bags, because as soon as I put them on my website, it loads onto those two platforms and it allows everybody to know what's out there and see if there's a new bag that comes out that you might want. A lot of people are like, oh, I missed that bag. A lot of times I'm not making more than one of a bag. So, but if you see something that you like, that you want, message me, and if I have the material, I'll be more than happy to make a bag that you want in the material if you see one that is out of stock that you might be interested in. So please message me on that if you want a certain kind of bag that is in the store that is out of stock. Well, that is all for today's video. I thank you for watching, and if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. It does benefit me by you subscribing to my YouTube channel. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Have a wonderful holiday and spend as much time as you can with your loved ones. Thank you. Bye.